What are we doing today, guys?
Eating donuts at Fraction PRUNE!
Terry, the manager here at Forest Friends. Terry, thanks so much for letting us invade.
I'm glad you guys could come.
Tell us a little bit about Fractured Prune.
It's actually been like 4 years in the making. We were talking about which donuts to bring. My wife and I, before we moved back here, we lived in Maryland, and there was we knew about this donut place called Fractured Prune, and we told Aaron and Cindy Forsman that we were meeting and talking about bringing the donut shop here. It's way better than Dunkin' Donuts, way better than Krispy Kremes. And so Aaron and Cindy went out to Arizona. They went to the Fractured Prune and tried the donuts, and the next time I talked to them, they said we bought a franchise.
Wow.
And so they wound up bringing it down here. And like I said, it's been a few years in the making, but we finally got it up and running, and here we are. There was a lady named Prunella that lived in Ocean City, Maryland, and she was a little bit of a celebrity there. She was an athlete, but then as she got older, she continued to compete, and she started getting injured, and so she would injure herself all the time, and so they started calling her Fractured Prunella. And so when the donut shop opened, the first one in the 70s, they decided to name it after this local legend, and so they called it the Fractured Prune.
That is really funny.
And so we actually, one of the donuts on the menu is called the Miss Prunella. And so that's where the name Fractured Prune comes from. It has nothing to do with prunes.
Yeah, we wondered that. All right, well, I think one of us is going to have to try that Miss Prunella and give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. We don't get a lot of chances to leave Island, especially right now with the pandemic. Nobody can leave Island. And so we wanted like a destination place, like you feel like you're going off Island. And so that's the reason why we brought Fractured Prune here, and this is the reason why we made the decor the way it is and everything, just to give people an experience of actually going off Island.
It feels like it.
Yeah, that's what we were.
It's really nice in here.
One of the great things about these donuts is they're fresh. They're freshly made. Right when you order them, they drop them and they make them right then and there. And they're not sitting in a heat lamp all day long. You can order from the pre-designed ones, or you can also make your own. Thank you guys for what you guys do with your YouTube channel. It's great to see, American Samoa being put out there in the YouTube world.
It's hard not to share it when it's a place we love so much. So thanks, Terry.
All right, thank you.
Maybe the best part is that it's right here in Forest Friends in Laufou Shopping Center, which is definitely our favorite store, and it is home of TANOA gear in American Samoa. Now, if you watch our show, you know that we love TANOA gear. All the Aloha shirts I wear, TANOA gear. All my EA Whaikangas, TANOA. The casual shirts I wear, most of them are TANOA gear, and most of the workout clothes that we buy are TANOA gear. Today, we are all wearing our TANOA shirts. And they're awesome, they're so nice. If you're coming to the island, you've got to stop into Forest Friends, and you've got to dress like a local by suiting up in all the TANOA gear that you can. Now, even if you're not here in American Samoa, there are a number of ways for you to still load up on the TANOA gear that you're looking for. They've got stores in New Zealand and Hawaii.
And Samoa.
And if you aren't in any of those places, then you can go to TANOA.co and you can check out, order, and have shipped to you all the TANOA gear that you want and need to have that special flavor of Samoa wherever you live.
Speaking of flavor, let's get to those donuts. We've got this form that you will fill out to put your order in for the donuts. On the front here, they've got all of these, you could call them pre-designed or designer donuts. We've got things like cookies and cream, OC sand. Here's the Miss Prunella with blueberry glaze and cinnamon sugar, which, yeah, that sounds really good. I haven't tried that one yet. And then on the back side, you can design your own. So you can choose what flavor of glaze you want out of all these options. We've got things like maple, vanilla, honey, chocolate, mocha, caramel, and then you can choose 2 toppings to put on the top. M&M minis, chocolate sprinkles, rainbow sprinkles, powdered sugar, graham crackers, peanuts, Oreo cookie. So many options. I think you could come in here and make different combinations and probably go a whole year or more and not eat the same donut twice. So let's see what these kids can design for their own concoctions.
So I'm gonna make my very own donut, but I cannot decide what glaze I want. Raspberry with marshmallow cream and rainbow sprinkles.
Hey Holden, what are you gonna get?
I'm gonna get a donut with marshmallow glaze and Oreo cookie and chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah, nice. All right.
Sandy sauce. OC sand.
So many good options here. I think I'm gonna go kind of custom here. I'm gonna do vanilla glaze with mini M&Ms and rainbow sprinkles. I don't see how I can go wrong. It sounds good. It's gonna be good for sure. All right. How is it? Nice and loud.
Delicious.
Hey, Hadley, Kib, how are those donuts?
Delicious.
All right, Miss Prunella, let's see how you taste. I approve. This is really good. The one thing with these donuts is make sure you've got some napkins nearby, especially for the kids. It's been a really, really long time since I've had a fresh, warm donut. And this is filling that very sad gap in my life really well.
All right, so as you guys might remember, I got the vanilla with M&Ms and rainbow sprinkles on there. Look, that's like an explosion of color. It just looks amazing. Before I even dig into it, I'll tell you right now, the coolest thing about this is that this is not like kind of a stale donut. It is so like soft, but not just, doesn't just collapse in on itself like, you know, like a Krispy Kreme. Nothing against Krispy Kreme donuts, they're really good, but you know, you bite a Krispy Kreme, it kind of melts in your mouth and turns into nothing, which is a cool experience in and of itself. But this donut is so soft without being like just nothing but air in there. You get stuff, you get like a real substantial bite into it there. Here I go. Almost, it's like really warm. Which most people don't have warm donuts anyways. So that's such a cool thing to have. Is a warm donut that was literally made 2 minutes ago. The glaze itself is still nice and hot and gooey. Hasn't even had time to set yet. It's all warm enough that it makes the M&Ms just kind of turn into little balls of chocolate that kind of pop in my mouth, which is so delicious and good. If you're in American Samoa and you haven't had fractured prune donut yet, stop whatever you're doing, get down to Fortune, get yourself a fractured prune donut. It's unlike anything else on the island right now. While you're here, go upstairs, get yourself some TANOA gear, and you're gonna walk out of here feeling like $1,000,000. thank you so much for joining us. We'd love having you come with us on these adventures, whether it's exploring some new crazy awesome beach or some enormous waterfall or one of the great stores that are here in American Samoa catering to the visitors and people who live here all the time, making our lives better and enriching the experience of living here in this island. If you're gonna come visit American Samoa after the pandemic is over, let us know in the comment section what you want to see, what kind of places you like to go, what stores you would like us to cover, or restaurants or shops or things like that. If you live here already, let us know what we're doing a good job of and what we need to cover a little bit better as well. Or just leave us a comment and just tell us where you're from and what you do, what brought you to AmSamFam. Also, like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, so you can make sure to catch all of our adventures. We love you guys. Tofa Soifua.
Mm.
Is that good stuff?
Yeah, but now I need to wash my hands.